Tablecloth's red, our drink is red, the lights are red.
Somehow we both managed to get blue shirts.
We are good at this. Hey everybody, welcome to another evening's drinks. This time for The Legend of Zelda for the NES. Hey, I may not have liked the game, but that doesn't mean you can't get a good drink out of it. So,
I mean, you get plenty good songs out of terrible games.
we finally went back to getting our stuff from the Drunken Moogle, so
It should work better.
let's see what we get. For today's recipe, you'll mix 8 ounces of cranberry apple juice, 1.5 ounces of delicious black Kraken spiced rum, and 0.5 ounces of tequila. We chose Lunazul Reposado.
I get why there's no more tequila than there is.
It's a little overbearing as it is.
Yeah, it's like the,
Ooh, yeah, but then
that
just
aftertaste.
Just breathe out and you taste the black Kraken.
I almost wonder if cranberry cherry would have been better.
No, I think cranberry apple. I think cranberry cherry would have stood out too robustly.
True. I just feel like there just needs to be something more in there.
I don't know. I think it's good as is. Similar to the shell. The shell didn't have a lot of alcohol going on, but it was good.
I'm not necessarily saying alcohol, I'm saying flavors-wise. You get that bit of tequila and then the black Kraken aftertaste. I'm not getting much else, though.
I guess I see what you're saying. It could be seen as a little bit one-dimensional.
Well, I guess I'm getting a bit of the cranberry flavor on the under the tequila, but not much.
I don't know. I think it's more flavorful than you do. I can say this. Where's my blue potion that comes after it? It tastes. Since that seems to be what we're disagreeing on. I don't know. I personally find it to be a very smooth drink. It goes down easily. I taste all the flavors that are there. I find the tequila a little bit overpowering to the other flavors. But I feel like the apple is what helps mellow it down. I think a different flavor would contrast with it too much. And the cranberry helps to stand up against it. I do wish I could taste a little bit more of the black Kraken than when I breathe back out, because I really like the black Kraken spiced rum. But I would qualify that as a nitpick.
And I'm not sure that raising the ratio would actually help the drinks. Then there'd be I feel like the rum and the tequila would contrast too much on their initial flavor.
Personally, I'm going to give it a 2 for flavor. This may be my second favorite thing we've had since the shell.
I'm going to give it a 3 just because I think there's a little bit too much tequila flavor in there still, but it's still good. Definitely a good drink, taste-wise.
Ease. It's super easy. Like, we thought the shell was easy. This is just 3 ingredients, pour them in a glass.
3 ingredients, easy ratio of 10.
Yeah. 1.
I can't argue with it.
Cost. The juice is cheap. Tequila was about 20.
25, I think, for those.
I'm going to say the Black Kraken was closer to 30. I mean, that's not that bad.
I mean,
it's nowhere near shell.
But... Yeah, the Black Kraken is definitely on the higher tier of prices for them, but some good stuff.
I'd give it a 2.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Drinkability. This is easy to drink.
Drinkability.
I mean, it's easy to drink. I can't chug it like he did, though, because I kind of need the black rum aftertaste in between the tequilas. I don't like the tequila as much.
I like tequila. I find this magnificently drinkable at 1.
It's good to drink over time, but not chugging it like he did. I'm going to go with a 3. I can't just down it and go, another.
Well, that's the last question, of course, is likelihood of making us an alcoholic. Let me put it this way. Want to go make another one?
At the same time, though, yeah, there's a lot of alcohol, essentially, because the Black Kraken itself is not... Black Kraken itself is 94, though. That's a pretty strong shot. Most of it is juice, though. So even if you had a lot of them, it would take a decent bit to get you to be an
I'm
alcoholic.
not sure it would, because here's the thing. If you're not tasting the alcohol and you're just drinking it, doesn't matter how much is actually in there. And there is still 2 shots of alcohol in there, and one and a half of them is strong.
True. 40 proof is exactly weak.
Okay.
No, sorry, that's 40% alcohol. That's 80 proof.
Yeah, they're strong.
Like, that can't be right.
So, I mean, I'd give it a 2, but my question is still stands. You want to go make another one of these?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I haven't had dinner yet.
Alright, I'm going to make another one of these. Who cares about dinner? Either way.
I care about dinner. In the words of James, if it's not on a plate, it can wait.
I'm giving it a 2.
I'm going to stick with my 3. It's not... I don't think it would get me that fast. I'm more of a slow drinker, in my opinion, but based off my experience when going out with other people, that is not true. It just feels like it to me. This is definitely a good drink to have while doing something, though. Like, if you're playing a board game, make one of these. Playing a drinking game, this might be a great decision, actually. It's not that hard to make. It's probably a terrible idea, but we've had worse.
Particularly because on our final score, on a range of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, this scores an 8.
What's our record?
I think 8's our record. It was good.
Are we sure the shell wasn't higher?
I don't think the shell was higher because the shell was complicated to make. It had so many different juices.
True, we did put that one a bit higher.
The shell was still cheaper overall because so much of it was juice.
But there were weirder ratios.
The ratios were all over the place. The taste was better on the shell. The drinkability was about the same. The cost was better. But this...
Alcoholishness was also different.
Alcoholicness was lower because there was so little alcohol in it.
Yeah.
And the ease was lower. So it comes down to which matters more. This would be a nice, easy thing to whip a bunch up of for a game night with your buddies, like D&D night. Bunch of these. By the end of the night, you'll have your barbarian hitting things with a stick instead of his sword.
I don't know, is it too nerdy to admit that we play that?
We do a show reviewing Flash games. What do you think? We think the shell tastes better.
I mean, I was never a complete fan of the shell's taste. I'd say it's about the same.
Alright, so the shell in this is about equivalent. This was easier to make, and it had a little bit more alcoholic likelihood of making us an alcoholic because it has more alcohol.
It's got some strong stuff.
Yeah, and what's in it is strong. The shell is a little bit weaker and a little bit more drinkable and cheaper.
And harder to make.
But it's much more complicated, yes.
Still not super difficult. There's no setting stuff on fire, tossing that across a room through a hoop.
Yeah.
If there's ever a drink that needs that, I do not know what black magic is involved. Alright, so to make this drink, you need to draw a pentagram in salt, and then dip this holy water into it, and then you can make the drink.
So overall, I'd say it's a hard call which one's better, and I couldn't tell you right now which one I would rather have. But I'll say this, the ingredients for more of this are in the other room. The ingredients for a shell, we'd have to go back out and buy. Alright, see y'all later.
Shalom. Shalom be your moves.